Hi there, my name is Elisa. I am a semi-permanent makeup artist and the owner of PermaBella Permanent Cosmetics in Edinburgh, Scotland. I've been meaning to do a video for you about some frequently asked questions for a while, so I thought I would take the time today and do that for you. So one of the most popular questions that I get is, what is microblading? What is semi-permanent makeup? Because it's such an obvious thing for me, it's not something I think about a lot, but it is probably the number one question that I get. So microblading is a semi-permanent makeup treatment, and it consists of placing very delicate hair-like strokes in the eyebrow area to enhance the natural shape of the eyebrows and to fill in any gaps, any sparse areas as well. It's a very natural looking treatment. It's the most natural looking semi-permanent makeup treatment that you can get. The results last about 12 to 18 months, so it doesn't last as long as permanent makeup does, but you get a really nice natural looking result with that. Permanent makeup is slightly different in that it lasts a little bit longer. It's basically the main difference with that and microblading. It's a bit confusing because permanent makeup is actually still semi-permanent makeup, but it just lasts a little bit longer. So permanent makeup, I want you to think about powder brows, ombre brows, combination brows as well, which is a combination of microblading the hair strokes with a powder brow, so a little bit stronger, a little bit bolder. I'm going to show you some examples as well of the difference between them in the comment section below, so just have a good look through that. But permanent makeup basically lasts about 2 to 3 years, so it lasts a little bit longer than microblading, but you do have a little bit more of a defined, a little bit more of a bolder look with that. All of my treatments that I do look very natural, because I want it to look natural for you. I don't want it to look done. I don't want it to look like you're going on a night out. Every day I just want you to be able to wake up in the morning and look fresh-faced and ready to go for the day, basically. So another difference between microblading and permanent makeup is that microblading is always only ever going to be very fine, delicate hair strokes in the skin. So tiny little strokes in the eyebrow area that are going to blend in with your own eyebrow hairs and that basically resemble your own eyebrow hairs. So you're going to be filling in some sparse areas, some patchy bits. Some people lose a lot of the hairs in the tail section, so it's really just about enhancing what you already have and kind of restructuring or restoring the eyebrow shape. With permanent makeup, we use a cosmetic tattoo machine, and we use very, very fine, delicate needles with that. And basically what we do is we use it to shade in the eyebrow sections that need a little bit more color. So some people, for instance, have areas where their eyebrows are quite dense in hair growth, but then the areas right next to it are very sparse and very fine, or sometimes even missing completely. A really great way to help restore that is to use the cosmetic tattoo machine to basically shade in or powder in the areas that need a little bit more structure and definition. If you were to just do microblading on its own in those areas, you would get a big color contrast between the areas that have the hair strokes and the areas that have that dense eyebrow hair growth. So you really need that powdering in to make it blend a little bit nicer and a little bit better with the existing eyebrow shape. Another great thing about permanent makeup is that we can basically create anything you want. We can create any shape that suits your facial features. We can make them look a bit bolder, a bit thicker, a bit longer. There's a lot more flexibility with that. So I really love doing a combination brow treatment, which is a combination of microblading the hair strokes and using the cosmetic tattoo machine to shade in the tail sections and blend it in together. It gives a really beautiful, natural looking result, but you get a really gorgeous, perfectly shaped eyebrow that way. Another question that I get a lot is it painful? This is not a painful treatment at all. I use numbing cream before and during your treatment to make sure that you're completely comfortable, and even at that, people say that all they feel at most is a light scratch across the skin, and it really shouldn't be sore for you. People that come to me and say, oh, I've had this done before and it was really sore at the time, that will be because your technician is either not using any numbing cream or they're really pushing too hard on the skin. It shouldn't be sore for you. Another question that I get a lot is, how can I tell if I'm going to like it? I'm scared of having it done because I don't want to look really done. I don't want it to be really obvious to other people that I've had a treatment. So one of the ways that we take care of this is that we do a really thorough consultation with you beforehand, and during this consultation we have a look at the natural and existing eyebrow shape that you have, and we use pencils and measuring tools to really precisely map out exactly where we want that shape to be. So it's not going to look overly massively different than where your natural eyebrow hairs are. You know, if your eyebrow hairs are naturally here, we're not going to be removing them and placing them in a different area because it's more fashionable or more trendy. I don't want that. I want it to look like you. I want you to you know, feel like you're looking your best self, basically. So during this consultation, we're going to be mapping out the eyebrows exactly where we want them to be, so that you can see beforehand, before your treatment starts, what it's actually going to look like. So there's no surprises, no nasty surprises for you with that. Another question that I get a lot is, what is the most suitable treatment for me? I don't know whether I should get microblading or whether I should get combination brows or powder brows. How will I know what will suit me the best? So this is obviously where my expertise hopefully comes into play and can help you a bit with this. During your consultation, we will have a good look at the existing eyebrow shape that you have, and to see what can we do to enhance the shape that you have, what can we do to really bring out your best features and to really have it shape your face in the most ideal way. So I would have a look at the existing eyebrow hairs that are there to see how sparse they are. I would also have a chat with you about kind of what result is it really that you want to achieve. Do you want it to look really like ultra natural, or would you prefer it to look a little bit more defined, a little bit more structured? And then I would be more inclined to go for the combination brow or even the powder brows as well. Another thing that we take into consideration is your skin type. So some people who have very vascular skin, so like people that like bleed easily or that go very red easily, very warm to touch, microblading is not that suitable for you because the pigment will just wash out while we're doing the treatment. You'll probably bleed a little bit during the treatment and it will just wash the pigment away, and your results just won't last very long. So you would be more likely to have powder brows or a combination brow, and that will really help the pigment to stay in the skin better. And that is because microblading is a little bit more superficial and powder brows are a little bit deeper in the skin, so your results last longer and they're just a little bit stronger as well. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. If you have more questions, please let me know. Put it in the comment section or write us a personal message or a direct message, and we will I'll just go back and create another video for you and hopefully answer some more of your questions. Thanks!